morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cap Nation Live, another day. A few dollars short from yesterday. That we are. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see everybody tuning in. We got audio first thing this morning. Welcome, Cap Nation Live, Thursday the 19th of November. Jeremiah tuning in. Thank you. Last of a Dying Breed. Vincent, Bo King, Brad, Joe, Jeff D, Tebow Time, Rory, Jose. I'll probably miss a bunch of you guys, but I'll definitely try. Rising Local, John David Ray, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Jesus, good morning. Seth, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Alex View, good morning. Mo, good morning. Jose, good morning. Big R Poker, good morning. Duke, good morning. Says, not looking forward to Kyle explaining himself this morning. There's no need. Let's move on. My Cap family. I agree. Rory, Mo A, good morning. 17 Clipper, good morning. John David Ray, good morning. We're going to get some winners. Duke, good morning. Trying to skim through some of the comments as well. Christy Thornton, good morning. Christy asking, any soccer plays today? None that I'm playing. Today's a very light day, but soccer does pick up this weekend, thankfully. Julian, good morning. Rich, good morning. Mr. Nations, good morning. Jay, good morning. I agree. Just because it was a loss does not mean it was rigged. Let's be honest. We had our opportunities, and we bet on a bunch of kids, and we expected kids to perform, and unfortunately, the kids did not perform. Unfortunately. We'll talk about that because, you know, shit happens. Shit happens from time to time. Unfortunately. Frank Green, good morning. Joe Chris, good morning. Jose Lopez, good morning. Manuel, good morning. Chicken Sauce, good morning. Let's see who else is here. Greg, good morning. Says, let's run it back. Kyle had the pick yesterday. We are betting on humans at the end of the day. That's a fact. We are. Jose, good morning. David Kisser, good morning. Said, should have had the Ball State over horrible play calling, but that's why it's called gambling. Kyle, you still the man. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Jared, good morning. We're slowly getting to the bottom. Jeff, good morning, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Good chatting you with over text as well. Jared Nichols, I think I already got you. Ron Primus says 2-1 from the GOAT. Yesterday's information is unmatched. I appreciate that, Ron. Premium Plays did have a winning day yesterday. Let's put that out there. Tom, good morning. Bounce back Thursday. No better day than right now. No better time or day than right now. That's for sure. Daniel, thank you. Thank you for those messages on Twitter as well. Appreciate it. Going through the messages. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people. Ali's View, good morning. Trying to just T-step, good morning. Joe McDonald, good morning. Roman, good morning. Dr. Franco, good morning. Louis B, good morning. Focus Sports has got, I didn't see you on the field. What number were you? You said you would get out there and get the win. Yeah, they didn't let me on the field, unfortunately. I tried. Because let me tell you, if I was on the field, we would have kicked 2 field goals and got us a victory. That's a fact. We would have had 2 field goals and got us a victory, and or at least a touchdown. I wouldn't have thrown the interception. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So, a couple things. First things first. Murphy's Law says, I mean, come on, they ran the ball all the way down the field and decided to throw on 1st and 3 at the goal. Exactly. Who's calling Pete Carroll? Exactly. Chino says, good morning, all. Time to bounce back. Absolutely. So, elephant in the room. I can't talk today. My ears clogged back up, which were not supposed to happen after my surgery. But I don't know what the hell's going on. So if I sound muffled or sound sick, my ears are completely clogged. And all that bad stuff. Yeah, Chase, I hear you, brother. My biggest loss of the year as well. I hear you. It sucks. It don't matter if it's your smallest loss or your biggest loss. Every loss matters. Every loss matters. You know, doesn't matter how big or small you bet. It still sucks. It still stings. You know, so it's quite funny, you know. First of all, you know, game for everybody that doesn't know, game of the year lost. First time we've ever had a losing one. You know, it sucks that, you know, I even have to sit here and discuss losing because nobody likes losing. Nobody does. I know you guys hate it. I hate it as well. And it doesn't matter if it's, you know, my 40K or your $100 or your 100K. You know, losing's losing and it sucks. It sucks that I lost. It sucks that, you know, I get to deal with the repercussions of you guys losing as well. I was left a couple nasty voicemails. There's more than plenty nasty emails. Luckily for YouTube, it will automatically, let's just say, quarantine nasty comments on the YouTube channel. They do that automatically. I don't even have to do that. That's the funny thing. Because I don't. I hardly ever delete something unless somebody's leaving, you know, unless it's racial or something of that nature. But as far as I did get on Twitter and say I was going to share an email or share a voicemail, said voicemail was, how do I explain this? Did I jump the gun calling the guy out? No, because it was his buddy that actually did it, that didn't actually pay for the play. It was the guy that paid for the play, decided to share it with his buddy who decided to call me pretending to be the one individual, which the one individual whose account it was did reach out to me, has apologized up and down. I can confirm it was not Mike that sent me the voicemail. Was it his buddy? Absolutely. Might want to choose to associate himself with more stand-up individuals. But the guy that supposedly left me the voicemail, it was not him, it was his buddy. I was able to confirm it all from the phone number that it came from, to the voice, to copy of a screenshot of a text message, yada, 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 yada. It was as derogatory could be. I don't even know if YouTube would ban me from playing it without bleeping out a lot of the stuff. Let's just put it this way. His mother, Jesus, the NAACP, the LGBT community probably would not be, and the special needs community, all in one voicemail, would not be too thrilled with this. So the one guy that I called out, was it him? No. Was it his buddy pretending to be him? Yep, absolutely. So we've talked about it. We squashed it. Yeah, Duke shared his play with his friend. So yeah, he took the blame for 100% took the blame for the voicemail. 100%. Jeff says leaving voicemails and writing emails is amateur hour. Never bet more than you can afford. I agree. You know, and I don't think anybody preaches that in the sports industry other than me. Jeff says People who are mad at Kyle can go F themselves. Bet it and don't bitch. Either you ride or you don't. No one forces you to buy any picks. That is a very true statement, Jeff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Focus Sports says Kyle would have smashed the ball from the 1 yard line. Touchdown. Oh well, shit happens. The get back will be sweeter. The get back is always sweeter. No doubt about it. Let's see, reading through some of the comments. Jeff, please share the voicemail. So I won't be sharing the voicemail just because, one, it wasn't from the individual. Joe Free, you don't know anyone an explanation. Those people need to be ashamed of themselves for leaving those voicemails. Yeah, there was a couple of them. None that are too exciting other than the one. The one I listened to last night, I was like, holy shit, that one's got to be shared on the show. That's a good one. If it didn't say the guy's name, I would be more than happy to share it. CVX says, I can never understand how some morons can blame you for a loss. You didn't handcuff them and make them push the confirm. Chris says, unfortunately, we lost the game of the year, but the fact that you have the stones to get up and go live the very next day is the very reason I'll come to or continue to follow you. Most people would run and hide. That's a fact. How many times does somebody lose a big game and then on YouTube they disappear for a week or two to let things die down? I'll face the critics. I get it. We lost. It sucks. It sucks. We put out the play. I lost too. That's a fact. Chido says, what part of bet within your means do people not understand? I agree. I mean, I get the 3 at the end of the game. Logically, statistically speaking, going for the field goal at the end of the game was technically, mathematically, the football play to make. Unfortunately, as somebody posted, they could have used the whole 50 seconds to try and get that touchdown and would have left no time on the clock. Statistically speaking, that was the correct football move. Just like, Chubb running out of bounds at the 1, Arizona spiking the ball last Sunday. Those were statistically speaking the right football moves. Seth says, imagine how mad he would have been if you had paid for the pick. LOL, right? Toby says, hey, let's blame the messenger for how much we put on the game and lost because of the human element. How many call and praise the company when Kyle win? A few of you guys do, Toby. A few of you guys definitely do. Anthony says, it was only a bet, not their life. Adam says, I don't know why everybody's bitching. If they would have been on your plays, they would have been up and only given the casino money back. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. Hey, Premium Plays, find the shining light. Premium Plays went 3-1 yesterday, so my loss was not as bad. Alex says, Kyle missed the play with his clogged ears and threw an interception. Exactly. Mark S. says, I know Capper's Direct doesn't do anything on this game, but when there are other game of the week, guaranteed Saturday and Sunday, they could have done something considering game of the year. Like I told you, Mark, I'll be happy to give you guys a guarantee. If you want to pay $450 more We'll go back to what the company used to do with Game of the Year and sell it for $500 and give you guys a big guarantee if for some reason it doesn't win. But like I explained, I don't know how many times over the last couple of days, it's a special one-off game that we're going to fire on and go big. And unfortunately, we lost. Before that, we've never lost one. We've never needed a guarantee. And that's why they dropped the guarantee and they dropped the $500 price tag on it. So, does it suck? Absolutely. But hey, if you want a guarantee, brother, feel free to send me another $450 and I'll be more than happy to give you a guarantee. Actually, the company will, because one thing you guys got to remember, I don't make a dollar. I don't make a dollar when you guys sign up for Game of the Year, Guaranteed Saturday, the Sunday Play, Premium Plays, UFC, the NHL, or Major League Baseball System Plays. I'm paid by the company. I'm on my salary to be here. It's a very good salary, trust me. I can't bitch. I have no reason to bitch and complain about my pay here at the company, that's for sure, or what I get or what I don't get. I'm very blessed that they give me the opportunity to sell my personal plays, which I don't make 100% of that. Part of it goes to the company. I do make some when I sell my game of the week. But all the other stuff, I don't make a penny off of when you guys buy. So, while the company sold, Game of the Years, Guaranteed Saturdays, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, I bend over backwards and try and do as much as I can. I'm not the owner. I don't make the rules. My hands are tied in a lot of instances, and trust me, if I could give you guys the farm for free, I would. But it's not my farm to give away, and I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy my job. I love my job. So I did email everybody this morning that was on it. Gave out a very generous promo code. One you can use twice, which directly takes money out of my pocket. So while I didn't make a penny on the Game of the Year, I gave you guys a promo code that directly takes money right out of my pocket. Trying to help you guys out and do you guys a solid where I can. David says, you were on Twitter last night. That showed me your character. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Grit and 10, do we get a free play for buyers or not? Well, you might want to check your email if you did purchase the play. And we give free plays every single day. So yeah, everybody can have free plays for a year right here on YouTube. Wax, definitely get the next one. No doubt about it. Mark, and, I'll never run and hide. Trust me. I lost good last night. And I know everybody lost good last night. Good amount of money. There's a loss is not good, but meaning you guys lost a good amount of money. And shit happens. I'm not one to run and hide. I can face the critics, the haters, the supporters, the people that lost. I could hang my head up high. I could, hang it low and dwell. But I mean, let's be honest. What is dwelling going to do? Dwelling is just going to make me miss the next play. So, at the end of the day, I treat my sports betting like a business. Just like, the owners of this company treat it like a business. But I treat my sports betting as a business. I always bet within my bankroll's means. But the bounce backs are always sweeter than they are. And I'll never hide. That's a fact. I'll never hide. I have no reason to hide. No reason to hide. Anthony, that sucks about the hit and run. Mark S. says, it wasn't about the $50 to me. It was about venting about my disappointment because of the hype of the game. It was a game of the year. Did I hype it? Did I guarantee you a win? Did I I'm pretty adamant in yesterday's live show. Every time somebody asked me how much to bet, I was very straightforward that we're betting on humans and anything can and will happen. Did I hype you a guaranteed game, a lock of the century? No, it was our game of the year. It was my biggest college football bet of the year. Plain and simple. Justice says you have tried to give us a farm. Fact. Fact. If you didn't receive an email, you might want to check to make sure that you've not unsubscribed from our emails, because the emails come directly from our accounting system inside our website. So if you didn't get one, you're probably on the unsubscribe list because you've either asked to be unsubscribed or you checked unsubscribe or you marked our emails as spam. My pleasure, Oscar. I mean, it's the least that I can do. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate that. Sly says maybe it was the beard. Jeff S says, was the promo code Sexy Kyle again? You need to switch up your promo codes, my boy. Right? Exactly. I switched them. They were reversed. It was Kyle Sexy this time, okay? Justice says, damn, you can tell when Kyle's upset he takes no shit today. It's not about taking shit, but, I mean, if somebody wants to falsely accuse me of guaranteeing them success in betting in sports when I'm probably the only one in this industry that promotes safe betting and betting within one's means. Thank you, Sabino. I appreciate that. Manuel, can you use the coupon code, the 30% discount on the 300? Absolutely. You could use it on any of the premium play and personal play packages, including, you know, the big one. Kalen 6, Cardinals or Seahawks? We'll flip a coin for that one. Just kidding. We'll break down those games here. So, Joe says this is the hardest cutthroat business to be in. If you can't handle the pressure or the loss, then you shouldn't be here. You know, I agree with you, Joe. I agree with you. You know, one thing, I ain't running and hiding. That's, you know, that's for sure. You're very welcome, Sabino. Oh, alrighty. Alrighty. So, premium plays ended up having a good day yesterday, thankfully. Thankfully, we had a nice day there. Funny, some guy posted on YouTube, his leans for the MAC conference killed me. Well, I only gave one lean yesterday, and it was on Toledo. I only gave out one lean yesterday, and it was on Toledo. I said I liked Ball State, but I wouldn't lay the 14.5. I'd possibly put it on a teaser, which I ended up doing. But the only thing that I leaned towards in the live show yesterday was Toledo. So Jeff T, not the Jeff S in our chat, I love Jeff S, but whoever Jeff T is was incorrect. I only gave out one lean, and it was a winner. Mo, I have my game of the week tonight. So for everybody that doesn't know, I do have my game of the week tonight. It is $100. It does come with a guarantee. All right. And this is where a guarantee comes into play. Somebody accused me of using the word guarantee as a sales tactic, saying that the game would be guaranteed. Games are never guaranteed. I've bet on fixed games, as I've told you, and I've lost. All right? I've bet on fixed games, and I've lost. Now, it does come with a guarantee. And what that guarantee is if for some reason I don't win my game of the week, I will give you my next one absolutely free. That's my guarantee to you guys. So is a game guaranteed? Never. Nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing in life is ever guaranteed other than the government will request that you pay them taxes. That's up to you. And that one day our life on this beautiful earth will expire. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Somebody just said, somewhere on the website it says, my game of the week on the website says Friday. But no, it's today. I will check on that. But no, my game of the week is today. So let me, and it's already posted. So I will correct wherever it says Friday. Oh, it says on the website Friday. Oh, that's because it says, it does. Okay, hold on. We're ahead of ourselves. We're a day ahead of ourselves. My game of the week is usually Fridays. So when they posted that, game of the week is today, everybody, not Friday. Friday. It's not Friday, it's today. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Tom. It actually says it on YouTube as well, so let me... It actually has the wrong day and the wrong date. That's the funny part. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me correct that so people don't miss that. But yeah, my game of the week is today. Ross, very welcome. I mean, it's, you know, I wish my hands weren't tied and I had the ability to do more, because I would. Kaylin, what's the game of the week? You'd have to purchase it to see it. You know, and trust me, if I had the capability, and I know it says it on YouTube in the video, Friday the 18th, well, yesterday was the 18th, today's the 19th, and it's today, so I just corrected all of that for everybody. Manuel says, everyone use the code and take advantage and make your money back. Diamond, thank you. I appreciate that. Scott says Belgium won, just saying. Thank you guys for pointing out that it had the wrong day and date on there. All right, so what's the plan for today? Focus Sports will have more thumbs downs than thumbs up today. Just kidding. Marquez says, Capper's not trying to make it right. Shows more about them than you, Kyle. I get that you want to make it right. I would love to. Jeff D, unfortunately, no, they did not include my personal play game of the week in the combo package. Henry says, thanks for helping out with the code. You did not have to. It's my pleasure. It's the least that I can do. Hero Lacrosse says, you're an absolute legend. Keep it up, Kyle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Manuel. Howard, how am I feeling about it? I'll talk about that here in just a second. Ying, my game of the week is already posted. My game of the week is already posted. You probably can't see it because you have multiple packages. So what you need to do is, one, if you're using your phone, which is more than likely what you're doing, because the only people that can never see them are the ones that are using their cell phone. Turn your phone sideways. Scroll down just a little bit. Look for your username. And then right next to your username will be a small little box that has 4 windows in it. Click that box and then scroll down. Eddie Sports Money, how long is the promo code good for? It's in there for at least a month is what it's valid for, but if for some reason you need longer or somebody needs longer, they just reach out to me. I'm sure I could get it reactivated. Edward, good morning. Marco, do I really believe in rigged games? No. I've already told you guys a story. I've bet on games that were supposedly fixed, where there's been a huge fee paid for that information. Huge fee, upwards of 6 figures. And the fucker lost. So, go figure. But no, I don't think games... Now, do I think referees and umpires and stuff like that bet on sports and sway the outcomes of games? Yeah, that's been proven. You know, we've every couple of years we see a referee or an umpire in one sport or another get busted. But does that affect the entire outcome of a game weekly? No. My ears are killing me today. Focus Sports, yeah, no good soccer today. Last of Dying Breed says, you already do a lot. I ain't bitching because I was playing with the house money from the free play wins you've been giving us these past weeks. In fact, I'm still playing with house money for the game of the week. Thank you. I appreciate that, Last of a Dying Breed. Ricky, you're very welcome. Well, that'll be a nice one. Gino says, read my email. Appreciate it very much. We'll bounce back big today, bro. Aloha from Hawaii. I appreciate that. Chris, good advice. Oh, Jeremiah, they'll still be here because they know that, the free plays in the long run will win. Joe Free says, let's talk air fryers, right? Jason says, he lost 5 figures. How do you think he feels? We're all losing 25, maybe 100 a game. The guy is one of the best in the business. Morals are way above others. I appreciate that, Jason. And it's not that I dunked off, 40K on a game. It's not that it's not that my 40K is better than anybody's $25. No way. It doesn't matter. Every dollar matters. It doesn't matter what you're betting, $25 or 40K. Or I know of 3 individuals that actually bet me, and I had with live wagers, and I did live bet at somebody, somebody texted me and asked would I take the live wager, when it was at 49.5, and I said I'm hammering the shit out of it. So, I did live bet it. I didn't post that on Twitter or anything of that nature, but I did live bet it myself, so I recouped a little bit there. I won some on the premium place. We went 3-1. Won a good amount on Belgium, a little bit on Belgium. Jeff says, I'd rather have 40K than 25. Yeah, I hear you there, but it is just a reference that, it doesn't matter what you bet. Every dollar matters, yours and mine. The guys that bet more than me, I know 3 that bet more than me. I feel for everybody. The $25 bettors and, probably more so the smaller bettors. I mean, I feel for everybody, but I probably feel, sorry for the smaller bettors that stepped out a little too big. But, that's why I always preach, always bet within your means. And all that. But to go back up and answer the question, how am I feeling on my game of the week, bounce back today? I've loved my game of the week. The one that I put out, I've loved it. I think it should be an easy winner, just like last week's game of the week. And I think it'll be a nice win. Do I have the utmost confidence in it? Absolutely. Am I gun shy after dropping, a big bet? I think everybody is. I think everybody's always naturally. I think that's the human nature. I think you're always gun shy after a big loss. Is that going to stop me from betting? Nope. Is that going to stop me betting on the large side? Nope. Am I going smaller than what I do on my game of the weeks? Not at all. Am I steadying the course? Absolutely. We're straight ahead. Straight ahead. Not wavering. Nothing's changing. Nothing changes. And here's the thing. Some people will go into like degen mode when they have a big loss, and they'll start firing on anything and everything. I probably buckle down and tighten the ship up more. Make sure all the hatches and scuttles are watertight, aka I was a sailor, to make sure, after a big loss, the ship don't sink. The ship will remain watertight and will keep floating. So as far as my game of the week goes today, I love it today just as much as I loved it when I broke down the game and was able to confirm it that I was going to be having one on Monday. Big R Poker, I'll double up tonight after losing 50K on the game last night. Okay. Yeah, Eduardo, it was definitely a tough game. Absolutely. Chris Rivera says, yep, full tilt. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. And if you were on the game of the year yesterday and you did not get the email, check your spam. If it's not in your spam, make sure you have the right email online, or reach out and I'll forward it to you individually. Focus Sports says, after some losses, it's always a good time to sit back and reevaluate everything. Absolutely. Eternal, excellent right there, says, tilting on live bets too. The lines are juiced for you to take one side. Many people get burned when they tilt on the live lines after a loss. That is a very true statement. Live lines betting live can absolutely murder you. And the books will take full advantage of you being on tilt. That's a fact. Mike Brunson's got a $140 speeding ticket in the last game of the year. Let's just say yesterday sucked. So if you didn't get the email and you're on Game of the Year, feel free to reach out. Eddie Sports Money, as of right now, I think they're in there for like a month. But if somebody needs longer, I'll be more than happy to take care of them. Thomas G, have I played the email or the voicemail yet? No, I'm not going to. The gentleman reached out to me, long story short. I was able to confirm it was his buddy that called, not him. It was his buddy using his name. Joe Free Kyle, do you hedge at all? The only time I'll ever hedge is if I've got a big open parlay with one left. That's going to pay me a lot of money. In game, do I hedge? No. It's like blackjack. Let's be honest. Do I surrender at blackjack because I got to hit 16? No fucking way. And it's the MAC. Remember, anything can happen in the MAC, including missed kicks. Jeff S. says, Kyle, what kind of air fryer do you suggest wife's getting that and your personal place for Christmas? I have a Ninja. I have that Ninja. It was like $219 or something. We bought it at Target. I like it. It's a little hard to clean. because you got to take off the little grease filter at the top. That's kind of a pain. That's the only pain in the ass. But it has all the different inserts, so you could air fry. I've grilled steaks on it. I've grilled bacon wrapped filet mignon. We've done lobster tail in it, believe it or not. But the only thing that I don't like about the Ninja, and I don't know about the other ones, but the Ninja is heavier than shit. Yeah, Thomas, it was a nasty voicemail, but I was able to confirm that it was not him, in fact. It was not him, in fact. Urban Sports, so what was the game? Oh, it was the over in the Ball State game. The only game in the MAC that stayed under. Nathan says Dizzy's on Tulsa, right? Louisville Sluggers, if you say anything can happen in the MAC, why make it game of the year? Anything can happen, meaning it's the MAC. Craziest scoring happens. Errol, no, the Bellator will be on the website, I was told, here shortly. I was told that will be on the website shortly. My game of the week is on there. Premium plays are not for today. They will be up here in a little bit. Premium plays will be up on the website here in a little bit. Greg, smart man. Smart man, Greg. Glad to have you on board. I know you just got the big promo, the big combo package. Your premium plays, your my personal plays. Guaranteed Saturday in my game of the weeks. And you used the big promo code. So I'm glad, I know you saved $1,500. So I'm hoping that that definitely helps. And we'll get it back. We'll definitely get it back. And I'll be reaching out for my personal plays. Sly, you lost on the Tulane game because of the shovel pass pick six. That's a rough one. Randy, see what's going on? My adopted stepson. What's going on? Edward, a lot of coincidences in that game. I think the Thursday night football game is going to be a real good one. Edward says, I'm guessing after the Hail Mary and 2 miracle comebacks on primetime, they'll get smacked up. Mark, all of our data and everything that we had was leaning towards a lot of points. Unfortunately, we didn't get them. We got turnovers when and where we shouldn't have, and turnovers will plague a game from going over, or it could help a game stay under based solely on where they happen. And unfortunately, some turnovers happened, some bad play calling happened. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The game would have went over. And I mean, and let's be honest. You guys don't come in here and say, hey, good job, Kyle. I know you lost that total by 1 point, but good job. So it doesn't matter if a game goes over by 100 points or if a game goes over by 1. A win is a win. And it doesn't matter if it would have been a 3-0 game or we lose by 1 point or lose by 6. A loss is a loss. It doesn't matter which way you go about it. Your prime play ready? I think you mean our premium plays. Premium plays are not out yet. Premium plays will be out after the live show. Urban says, Bellator always hits on favorites. Be careful. Bellator is the only one where you could have a minus 700 and he's live to lose. So be careful with Bellator. Just blind betting favorites. So be careful with that one, especially with Bellator. Jay Hughes says Seattle losing at home 3 times in a row, not 3 games in a row, not happening. You know, keep in mind they've lost 3 out of 4 games. Keep in mind they've lost 3 out of 4 games. The Seattle, great team, absolutely. They've got 6 wins on the season. Do I think they're going to be the best? Or are they capable of losing again? Absolutely. King Jr., you went against me with Western Michigan. Fantastic. You know what's funny is I don't see you in here saying that on a daily basis. Calvin says, hey Kyle, I followed the instructions on the site for the promo. What do I do after emailing you? Just hang out and wait. Just hang out and wait. Once I get off the live show, I get all the games out. Then I take care of all the promos for everybody that's signing up for the Bet Online promo. But thank you, Calvin, for supporting the show. I really do appreciate, and for everybody that actually signed up at Bet Online, that's, you know, you guys are directly supporting the live show today or last week when you guys do that, and it's definitely appreciated. It's definitely appreciated. For everybody that doesn't know, Bitcoin popped 18,000 again last night. It's at 18,000 even right now. We'll take a look at the game. We'll dive into it. We'll do both games. Calvin, and you know what? I do appreciate it. King Jr., you're here every day. You just been studying. Very good. I think you missed my point. That you don't come in here bragging that you fade me on a daily basis, because if you did, you probably wouldn't have a bankroll left to bet. But again, good on you. Congrats. You know, I'm glad you won, brother. Central Michigan did not come through yesterday. Central Michigan did not come through yesterday, that's for sure. And if you're on premium plays, they'll be on the website here in a little bit. If you're on my personal plays, Big A&T, do you get 1 year free if you use the promo code? If it's a premium play package, if it's still active, the 1 year, which it is, yeah, as long as you do it before they take away that deal, which was supposed to go away honestly Monday, but it's still valid, then yeah, absolutely. It says 1 year on the website, but it'll still manually be doubled. They emailed about it last night, so Joe Free says, let's hit the like button, 244 here. I appreciate that. Not a problem, King. And that's, you know, that's the cool thing. You know, that's the cool thing is, you know, I want everybody to win. You fade us, cool, you know, but I promise people that, you know, fading me long term is probably a losing proposition. Howard, I just saw your message on Twitter. Thank you. It says, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the message. Yeah, Guaranteed Saturday has always been $150. And it happens every Saturday, whereas the Sunday plays don't always happen. We don't always have one on Sundays. Focus Sports. I am going to get one. I am going to get a little sound effects. They're called instant replay hotkey buttons or machines or something like that. Cheers to Bitcoin, right? But I'm definitely going to get one, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to break down the games. We're going to break down the games, both games. Yeah, Brian, that is my game of the week. It says Friday inside the website, Jeff. Okay, hold on. Whoever updated, I need to find out whoever updated it because they probably think today's Friday. It does say Friday inside. Hold on. I am correcting it. It is today. Absolutely, Justice. Definitely going to get it back. Definitely going to get it back. That's for sure. That is for sure. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I think somebody else told me that as well, but I found it on YouTube. I found it everywhere, which means it's probably on Twitter as well. All right, so Frozen. Hopefully it's a flattering Frozen picture. That's okay. That one's okay. All right, so Cap Nation. Losing sucks. Being sad and depressed sucks. So it's time to bounce back strong. All right. So moving on to Thursday's games. Today's games. For some reason, somebody wants to think today at the company is Friday, but it's not. It's time to start breaking down the games. We'll start with the Tulsa game. And due to the fact that I do have a game of the week today, I may not give you leans on both sides and totals or anything of that nature. One thing that we will do is I will break down the games unbiasedly and do our best, as we always do, to put you guys on the money. I think we got something good planned in the NFL for everybody as well. Props, things that I've been watching or leaning towards that we will be betting. Bernie, hi. Once you sign up on our website, do you automatically get a free premium play? No. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, so Calvin, I do see your email. I'll get you taken care of once I get to that part of the day, but definitely get you taken care of and get you on the games for today. Juan says, I broke the TV. Been there before, brother. Been there before. For everybody else that emailed, that didn't get the email from, if you were on the Game of the Year, then I will resend it directly to you as soon as we get off the live chat. David, I just saw your email and I just replied to you about the promo code. And if you're one of the individuals, because I know a lot of you already bought my game of the week earlier in the week, the promo codes are still valid. Okay? So the next one or the next one after that, whenever you want, you can use it. Tyler, if your account expires on 11/20, it depends on which package that you have, and I could actually take a look. More than likely, if it expires on 11/20 for the combo package, that means it expires today. It expires today, technically. Yeah, Greg, it's on the website. If you're using a phone, turn it sideways. Scroll down, look for your username, and then click the small little box that has 4 windows inside it. Click that and then scroll down. Because now that you have access to every package that we have, Greg, and thank you for jumping on board for that big package. Yes, Seth, I do that manually. I've got it on my account. For the 2-day Bet Online promo, it won't show up. Mark S. says you need to let it go. Well, we're going to embrace it, Mark. We can't do anything about it, but we can bounce back from it. Neverez, it's my pleasure, brother. It's my pleasure. My ears are killing me today. Alrighty, so I need to pop up the live odds for this one. It's funny, I seen somebody yesterday talking about, the play on the Game of the Year was because the sharp money was on the under. Well, I want you guys to know it closed with 76% of every dollar, not just small bets, but every dollar, including big bets, was on the over yesterday. So to say the sharp money was on the under is an incorrect statement, a very incorrect statement. Greg, let me take a look real quick. I'll take a look at your account, make sure it's still up, but it should be. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Greg, it shows in your account. Hold on, maybe not. Hold on. Let me see something. Give me 1 quick second. Okay, hold on. It will in just a second, Greg. Now you're good, Greg. Now you're good. Hit the refresh button and it'll show. That's my bad. Jesus Bellator, the $10 Bellator will be up in about an hour and a half, I believe. Okay. I know you guys all want to make money. So do I. So let's get into this one. And let me tell you, I think we got some real special stuff planned for today. All right, so we're going to start with Tulane and Tulsa. You guys want a game. I think we got a game here. This game today, I definitely think will be a very quality college football game. For everybody that doesn't know, the Utah State-Wyoming game was canceled. I was very disappointed because I was going to continue the Fade Utah State program, because fading Utah State is generally insta-win lately. T-Step, how do you get that sort of data? Well, we have a membership to Scientific Gaming as well as Stats LLC. So we've got access to it, but heck, even yesterday, I think Vegas Insider was reporting that almost 80% of the money was on the over as well. But we have access to the actual factual real data. Scientific Gaming is the people that power the sports books, as well as Don Best. Yes, Seth, only PS4s. If you need a PS3, I'll be happy to sell you one really cheap. Mike Brown says, so if you got Game of the Year, you can use the promo code and get Game of the Week, as well as Guaranteed Saturday for $125 with the promo code, correct? 50, 75, yep, 125. 125. And 30% off any premium play or personal play package as well. Alrighty, so I needed to pull up my Stats LLC and our Scientific Gaming. So give me 1 second. All right. I got to tell you, Arizona and Seattle, because that's what pops up. Pretty 50-50 action right there on both sides of the field. And we'll go in depth into both games. But first of all, let's take a look at the line. As of right now, and this line's actually came down. You can get Tulsa laying 5.5. It's minus $1.18 at BetOnline. They're gonna charge you 8 cents juice more. To get it at 5.5. You can get Tulane at plus 5.5 at minus 102. Or you can lay an extra 10 cents, which is pretty normal, minus $1.12, and take them at plus 6 if you're taking Tulane. Plus 187 on Tulane. Ooh, plus 187 if you guys know what that police code is. Minus 217 on Tulsa. Total set over and under 54.5 right now. And that one is trending in the upward trajectory. First half line, Tulane plus 3. Tulsa laying 3 in the first half. As well as a first half total of 27.5. And this one actually came down. This one was actually 29 last night. First half number has came down just a little bit. First quarter over 13 plus 100, as well as Tulane's team total over 24 and Tulsa's individual team total over 30. All right, so now that we have that one, let's take a look at where the percentages are. And yeah, Focus Sports, very bad number, if you know what it means. As far as the percentages goes, one thing that you guys have to remember is one thing that I always preach, besides bet within your means, is – when looking at the percentages, don't base the percentages on who to bet on. Base them on when to bet. But keep in mind, as you saw yesterday, with all the money pouring in on the over in the Ball State game, they kept dropping that line. They literally kept dropping it in your face. For instance, I was on Bet Online, and matter of fact, the line dropped down to 60. I went to go bet it, and I bet it in a parlay. And as soon as I bet it for a parlay, and it was a big parlay, it was a $2,000 parlay with Toledo. And as soon as I bet it, they changed the odds on me to 60.5. They bumped it back up half a point. Okay, no problem. I wasn't scared at 60.5. I'd bet it already at 61.5. So I hit the submit button, $2,000 parlay. So then it stayed at 60.5. I fired again. I put another $3,000 on it because I had a lot of bets spread out. A lot of $3,000 to $5,000 bets spread out over multiple books. So I bet $3,000 on it, and literally, as soon as I hit the clear bet slip, so it cleared it out, they dropped that line from 60.5 to 59.5 in the time that I hit submit. It was like they kept insulting me, so I kept pounding the snot out of it. If you want to drop the line after I bet $3,000 on it, I'm going to bet it for another $3,000. So I dropped another one on it and dropped another one on it after that. And unfortunately, 2 missed field goals, yada, 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 yada. So even though money was coming in on it, the books can keep dropping the line to do whatever they want. So even when you're looking at percentages and trying to guess that, let's say, the Tulane game, 85% as of right now, and these are early numbers. These numbers will change in about 2 hours and 20 minutes when it's updated. And they could be completely different in 2 hours. But the early morning numbers, 85% rolling in on the over, 15 on the under, 70% on Tulsa, 30% on Tulane. Even though that 30% is only on Tulane, and there's 70% of bets coming in are on Tulsa, that line keeps dropping still. That line keeps dropping still. And it hasn't dropped a lot, but I've seen it at 6.5. I actually saw it at 7 earlier in the week. And here we are. You can get 5.5 right now. Hawkeye Hustler says, you can say whatever you want, but Kyle has brass balls. I saw it as an insult. You go bet $3,000, a $2,000 parlay, and then the $3,000 straight bet again because you keep betting it, and they literally drop it in front of your face as, okay, I'm going to keep firing on it. So just like I fired on it live, they put the live total at 49.5. I fired the snot out of it. They put it at 50.5. I fired it again. They put it at 51.5 a minute later. And I fired it again live 3 times for $3,000 a piece. So I want a bunch back. I want a bunch back in the live betting part of it in a premium plays. But again, yeah, I took it as an insult pregame when they kept dropping in front of me. It's like, oh, you drop it, I'm going to keep hitting it. If Dizzy was here, he'd say Tulsa all day long. Dizzy's love for Tulsa. So 85% is on the over, 70% is on Tulsa. Knowing that, theoretically, that line should be spiking and jumping like it's hot, and it's not. And it's not. The total's staying around the same. Tulsa is actually down to 5.5. So they're trying to keep the money flowing in and get you money on both sides. And so you have to take that into consideration. Jesus, thank you. Thank you. Glad to have you on board, as well as everybody. Gino, we had a promo code for people that were on Game of the Year. If you're on Game of the Year, you received an email with a promo code. Give me one quick second. Give me one quick second. And again, the promo code will only work if you had purchased the Game of the Year yesterday. Thank you, Big Demo. Glad to have you back on board as well. Eric says, thought you're guaranteed Game of the Year. Well, we don't have a guarantee on the Game of the Year, but yeah, the Western Michigan game killed it on the over yesterday. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Urban Sports, yeah, absolutely. I have heard of some big bets coming in on Tulane. So jumping into this game and taking a look at it, first of all, Tulane 5-4 straight up, 6-3 against the spread. 2 out of their last 3 games have all rolled to the under. However, before that, they've been a big over team. Out of 9 games, they're 6-3 to the over. If you've been betting Tulane and the over, you're a combined 12-6 on the year. No doubt about it. And Gino, it's my pleasure. It's the least that that I'm able to do to try and help every way that I can. As far as Tulsa goes, I started out the year getting beat by Oklahoma State. They've rattled off 4 straight wins. Since then, they got the late start to the party. They're proud, and they are absolutely rolling. They're 4-1 on the year, 4-1 against the spread, 3-2 to the under. Just 2 of their 5 games have gone over the total. Their last game against SMU did go under. They beat them 28-24, beating that big ranked team. They now got that number 25 next to their name. Tulsa does, as the 25th best team in the country, ranked 25th anyways. Tulsa 8-1-1 to the under when playing at home on a winning streak of 3 or more games. Favorites have won 14 of the last 15 games against the spread in this head-to-head meeting. The favorites cover and cover a lot. Tulane is averaging 36.7 points per game, 29 for the 25th ranked Tulsa, who averages 162 on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry, 250 in the air, 8 yards per passing attempt. And then for Tulane, a little lackluster in the passing game. Tulane's going to run the ball. And they're going to be up against a very solid run defense in Tulsa. Tulane averaging 224 yards on the ground, 5.3 yards per running attempt. However, they're a little lackluster in the air attack, averaging just 26 passing plays a game to the tune of 180 yards, as well as 6.8 yards per passing attempt. When you take a look at the defense, Tulane giving up just 27.6 points per game, 21.8 for Tulsa. Tulsa gives up just 3.6 yards per carry, and that's the magic number when it comes to defending the run. The 3.6 yards per carry, 133 on the ground is what they give up. As far as the air game, they're still limiting teams to 6.1 yards per passing attempt and 236 in the air. 145 yards and the magic 3.3 yards per rush is what they give up for Tulane when they're on defense, compared to the 277 and the 9 yards per passing attempt. So if Tulsa wants to exploit the secondary of Tulane, they should have plenty of opportunities to do it. As far as turnovers, both teams on the turnovers. All right. Both teams are turnovers. I'm reading the comments. Both teams are are in the plus category of turnovers. +5 for Tulane, +2 for Tulsa. Mike Brown says, my bookie is my brother's BF. I'm assuming best friend. It could be boyfriend. And they said they took my bet because who bets that much on a Wednesday night Matt game? I want to crush him this weekend so bad. We definitely will. Moose, what's going on, brother? That's not the reason why you lost. You could blame the two kickers that missed 2 field goals or the bad play calling to pass the ball from the 3-yard line. Jesus, Bellator should be posted roughly about an hour and a half, I was told. So breaking down the numbers, first of all, turnovers +5 for Tulane. Love that number. Although they definitely have a lot more games under their belt than Tulsa. Tulsa coming in +2 on turnovers as well. As far as this one goes, the key to Tulane's success is, one, going to try and have to figure out how to run on a solid run defense of Tulsa, who's given up just 3.6 yards per carry. Tulane lacks that air attack, and that's, if they can establish any type of run, they're definitely going to have to open up some type of play action pass and move it down the field. Tulsa will give up yardage in the air, not big plays usually. Tulane will definitely need a solid attack, both run and, through the air, in order to compete with Tulsa. Tulsa averages 70 offensive plays a game. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and they pass the ball exceptionally well. Tulane's also key to the game will be having to shore up that secondary, which they haven't done all year long. They're giving up 277 and 9 yards per passing attempt. As far as a lean goes, I'm still, verdict is out on the college game for me when it comes to the side on this one. I definitely like Tulane. If you guys remember, Tulane won us a big one for a guaranteed Saturday a couple weeks back, month and a half back, roughly. We cleaned up. They also cost us when we live bet them in the Navy game, second half. Davis's play action pass will be there. The opportunity for it will be there. They'll have to take advantage of it, absolutely. I like Tulsa. I don't know if I'm ready yet to fire on it. Don't know if I'm ready yet just to fire on that one. Because there's quite a few things with the Tulane program that I like. There's quite a few things that I like. You take a look at some of Tulsa's past games. 4-point victory over SMU, although SMU highly ranked team. Just a 4-point victory over East Carolina where they were laying 17. Now they slaughtered South Florida, slaughtered UCF, and they covered the spread when they were getting 23.5 against Oklahoma State. Chris, the big Sunday NFL guarantee is 9-1. 9-1 on the year. Urban Sports, so you like Tulsa and Tulane? I like both. I like both sides of it. I can plead a case for both sides as of right now. I'm not ready to make a call on that game on what I like. Need to dive a little more into it. But I can plead a case why Tulane covering the 5.5 is live. I can also plead a case why Tulsa laying 5.5 is not enough. Stackwap says, Kyle, I hope we make our money back. FYI, it's, at the end of the day, brother, it's still gambling and shit happens. But I promise you, I'm putting the best effort forward for not just you, but for me to make my money back because I actually bet the games. Because trust me, no, there's probably not another fucking sports service out there that wants to win for you guys more than me. And the only reason I can honestly tell you that is because I bet the games. And I'm not betting the games for, $55. John David, how confident that AZ lays over 12.5 in the first half? I liked it. I bet it. It's not a premium play, so it's not like I'm betting $3,000 on it or anything like that. But I bet it. It's a solid play. It's definitely worth a look. It's definitely worth a play. I think there's great value in it. And we'll talk about that one more here in a minute. But again, back to the Tulane and Tulsa game. As far as the side goes, I'm not completely sold on it. Not yet. Now, that may change in the next hour or 2 hours when I dive a little more in depth and make a phone call and make sure some key defensive personnel are playing. So, Big African said, hey, bro, had a tough night, but still had a chance till the end. And that's all you want in sports betting is a chance. We had plenty of chances. We didn't even need it at the end. That game should have been over long before the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And, it is what it is. J-Rock dropping. I'm going to screenshot that, J-Rock, because that's a good one right there. Comment of the day. J-Rock says, tell him, Kyle, these other YouTubers be like, buy my picks for $1.99. I believe in them so much, I'll put $20 on it. Exactly. Marlon says, William Hill has Tulane +6. Oliver says, I was back and forth, but Seattle lost 2 in a row, and Russell will not want to lose the third. And keep in mind, while he may not want to lose the third one, he's lost 3 out of his last 4. Esteban, how do you sign up? You go right to our website, cappersdirect.com. If you're looking for my game of the week, you click on the Guaranteed tab. If you want our premium plays, you click on the premium tab, and you scroll down, you pick out a package that always, suits your bankroll and your budget. And there is 2 games today, 2 football games for my game of the week. So what that means is you got to be signed up by the first one. I'm not telling you if it's the side or the total, or if it's the college or the pro. It's one of those 2. Matt says you should create a how to gamble book for idiots. I probably should. J-Rock says it's too early to talk about Iowa. We got a lot of Iowa fans in here, that's for sure. I just posted a link directly to the page. All right, so verdict's still out for me on the Tulsa and Tulane game. I mean, that's just me, truthfully speaking. Will that change? More than likely, absolutely. Need to make a couple phone calls before I start diving in depth. And I know some of you guys bet my leans. Remember, full disclaimer, so to the one ding-dong that says my leans killed him yesterday, which I only gave out 1 lean yesterday, and that was on Toledo, and that won. So, 1, you're whack for not winning on the only lean I gave you yesterday. You're also whack for saying that it destroyed you, because let's be honest, a lean is exactly that. It's a lean. It means it's we're leaning on it, all right? We're leaning on it. Doesn't mean we're going to fire on it. If I lean on something and I'm going to bet it 100%, I will tell you guys. But as far as that goes, a lean is exactly that. It's a lean. It's a lean. So this is the game that I think has a lot of value in a lot of different places. From the side, the total, team totals, first quarter, halftime, props. I think there's some major leans in this one. Chris, great question, says, how come on the Guaranteed Saturday, on the website Guaranteed Saturday says for 2 days? So most people generally buy it on Friday. If it was to say one day, if they bought it on Friday, the website would not give them access to it on Saturday. Sometimes we post them Saturday mornings. Sometimes we post them Friday. So it says 2 days only to save people in accounting time from having to go back in and reactivate everybody that signs up on Friday. For everybody that signs up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they still got to go in and reactivate. But they show you that, even though it's only one game, it's just so that way you don't get cut off if you buy it on Friday. Oh, man, excuse me. The big yawn. We are tired this morning. I can't say that I slept like a baby after last night. I cannot say that. So, get everything rolling here. And let's do the game where I think there's a lot of value in a lot of spots. And for it being a primetime game between the Cardinals and the Seahawks, and the line being exactly where it is, I definitely think there's value. You can get the Cardinals. They're +3 right now, but you got to on Bet Online, but it's -122. The line's probably 2.5 in most spots, just like you can lay 3 with Seattle, but it's plus money at +102, or you could lay 2.5, -123 is where they want it at. Arizona on the money line, +127. The total on this one, over and under 57. Over and under 57. Diving into it. Give me 1 second, guys. Tim Kelly, check your email. Because they emailed out, well, I emailed out the promo code through the website. And if you've ever clicked the unsubscribe button, which your account's not, you should have got it. If your email address is correct in the system, then you should have got it, because I can see in the mail queue that it was sent out to you. But if you didn't get it and it's not in your spam folder, check your junk folder. But if it's not, I can see, Tim, that it was sent to you at 10:36 or 10:13 and 36 seconds on the East Coast time. But if you didn't get it, I'll be more than happy to re-forward it to you. Just do me a favor and shoot me an email, Kyle@cappersdirect.com, if you didn't get it, and I'll be more than happy to send it again. All right, so jumping into this one, first half has the Cardinals +0.5. Total over and under 28. First half total was actually 29 last night. It came down a full point. First quarter over 10.5. Interesting number there, +100. We'll dive into that. Second quarter over 17. Third quarter over 10.5, -$1.10. In the fourth quarter, over 14.5. Arizona's team total over 27. Seattle's 13. First half team total, Arizona over 13, -$1.40. That number has jumped. I wonder why that number has jumped. First half team total. Does anybody know why that number has jumped? Because we gave it out. I got to tell you guys, I know we gave out a loser yesterday on the live show, Central Michigan, +1.5. But I have to tell you, we had 300 people here live, kind of like we have here now. At 10:40 in the morning yesterday, we gave out Central Michigan +1.5. And if you guys go look at the timestamp of when that line jumped and went absolutely crazy, they were a dog, and we moved, and you guys actually as a collective whole, us as a collective whole, went and moved that line. They were +1.5 to laying 1. We moved it 2.5 points in the matter of 6 minutes, all over, with the 300 people that we had here betting it. Because I assure you, there was not no crazy betting at 10:36 or 12:36 in the afternoon East Coast time on Central Michigan, because everybody was on Western Michigan pushing that line, and we absolutely, we ended up on the wrong side, but I got to tell you, we definitely jumped the line on that one. Nathan, I was the only one preventing you from pressing the Western Michigan button. Well, remember, I'm not your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I will give you my unbiased opinion and what I'm betting on, but sometimes, you just got to go with the what you're feeling. And unfortunately, we were wrong on that one. So I did give out a daily free play on this one. All right, daily free play video is out on the Arizona-Seattle game. I did give out Arizona's team total in the first half over 13. Breaking news, Colorado police are out looking for a serial killer. Always good to see, right? Matt says, Kyle, I seen you walk on water. You wear your Jesus sandals on Sundays. So, I'm going to put that one up on the board just so we can get something there, and then we're going to start breaking down the game and take a look at props. But first, for all my sad bettors out there, Cappers Nation will turn it around for you. Our little family and community here will have a winning day on free plays. My game of the week is going to be a winner. Premium plays went 3-1 yesterday, and we're going to win today. My personal plays will also have a winning day today. So everybody's going to have a winning day today, okay? But don't be this guy after a big loss yesterday, because just know the Cappers Nation family is here for you. You're so fine and you're all mine. I just want everyone to know. I'll tell the world, I'll tell the world. I just want everyone to know. All right, don't be that guy. Don't be sad and depressed. Pick your head up. Hold it high. Losing sucks. But that's why we're here. That's why we show our face the next day. Because we're going to bounce the hell back. As Hawkeye Hustler just said, just win, baby. And that's exactly what we're going to do. First of all, take a look at both of these teams. Nearly identical records. Oh, wait. They are identical. 6-3 straight up. 5-4 against the spread. They're nearly the opposite when it comes to the total. Seattle's games, 6 of the 9 have gone over. 6-3 to the over. 3-5-1 on the over for Arizona. So if you've been betting the over on the Arizona Cardinals game, you're getting your butts kicked. All right? You're getting your butts kicked. Taking a look at the numbers. Arizona averaging 29.6 points a game to Seattle's 32.2. Seattle averaging 116 on the ground, 4.9 yards per carry. 289 in the air, 7.8 yards per passing attempt, with one of the front runners for MVP, Russell Wilson. Arizona guys, and they're 29.6 points per game. 169 on the ground, 5.3 yards per carry. 257 in the air, 7.4 yards per passing attempt. Offensive numbers, fantastic. All right, Arizona 6-1 against the spread their last 7 games on the road when they're facing Russell Wilson. When Arizona's facing Russell Wilson in Seattle, Arizona is 6-1 against the spread. However, if you don't think the books know that, you're absolutely crazy. The books do, and they probably have that number a little underinflated on Seattle, overinflated on Arizona for a specific reason. Seattle 1-7-1 against the spread in their last 9 games before having to face New England. Seattle's 11-3-1 to the over against a good team with a 60% or better win percentage. Oliver says, losing sucks, but always more days to win. And today is one of those days. And here we go. Chapetti says, Kyle, make sure you win your money back. That's a fact. We're trying, and we're going to. David Yang, thank you for jumping on board. The 1 year package. 1 year premium plays. Taking advantage of that game of the year loser promo code, where we turn losers into winners. Marty Hart, that's why they call it gambling. And we do as much as we can to take the gamble out of the gambling. That's a fact. That's a fact. And Marty, I've seen your comments on YouTube. I know you were upset. I know you're venting. It sucks. It hurts. But we'll always. Always sucks when you go big on a game. Just says Dan was going to drive up and grab some butt, but not while looking for a serial killer. Justice, I know you're in Albuquerque. I don't know how. Well, it's too far for you to go to Vegas. As I say, you can go to Vegas. It's legal. It'll be legal here in Arizona soon, but yeah, Colorado. Kyle says, Kyle, would you consider the Arizona over 13 first hand a lock? First of all, there is no lock. There's no fixed game. I think it's a quality bet. But keep in mind, and this, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have $500 on that one. It's not a premium play. I put $3,000 on a premium play. Okay? We had 4 premium plays yesterday. I had $3,000 on each. We went 3-1. Okay? The Arizona first half over. Team total over 13. I have $500 on it. So that's 1/6 of what I normally bet. So if I was a monster bet, I'd be betting bigger on it. Okay? I'd be betting much bigger on it. So just remember that one, okay? Bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. If a big bet for you is $100, you should be betting 6 times less in reality. 4 or 5 at a minimum. And I have no problem showing my ticket on it. I'll pop that one up here. Matter of fact, I just bet it when I was going over the number. I meant to bet it last night, and I forgot. And with that line being minus 140, I still bet it. I don't like the minus 140, but I'm not opposed to it because I think it's still a winner, regardless of what that number is. I like it at 13. You miss an extra point on 2 field goals. We're still live. You get a touchdown, 2 field goals. We're not losing. We're pushing. I'd rather push than lose. So that magic number 13, I'll pay a little extra tax on it, a.k.a. the juice, in order to ensure that we're more than likely going to take some of that gamble out of the game. So as far as my bet goes, here you go. You can see I bet to win 500 on that one. Not a big bet for me. Small bet for me. But it's a solid play in my opinion. If that better answers your question, it's a solid play, but it's not one that I'm diving in, $3,000 on. Eternal says 13 and 13.5 are a big difference. Some people might get 13.5, at minus 110 or plus 100 even money. The way they miss extra points, I'll take that 13 and lay the juice on that one. So diving into the game, trying to find a few more avenues for everybody. First things first, let's dive into props. Okay? We all know props are some low-hanging fruit. And I started preaching this the other day. Okay? When you're on a losing streak, and are we on a losing streak? No. Did we lose a big fucking bet? Absolutely. Okay? But are we on a losing streak? Hell no. But for everybody that is, or for everybody that got their ass kicked last night, me included, narrow your focus. Granted, we only have 2 games today. They made it very easy for you. All right? We don't have a 4-game slate. We don't have 5 games total. Sides totals, first half's this, team totals that, 3,000 different opportunities. We have 2 games. Narrow that focus down. And keep in mind, the quickest way to get limited is to beat them up on easy things. First half team totals, props. There are a lot of props. Try and find that low-hanging fruit, and let's get your money back, okay? So, for instance, the first to score a touchdown is not low-hanging fruit. The first to score a touchdown is a straight 100% gamble. So if you're looking, nick that one right out of the question. All right. Now, they don't even have Kyler Murray as a first touchdown. Actually, no, that was touchdowns at least. First touchdown, they should have Kyler Murray. He is actually plus 600. He's favored. So Kyler Murray to get the first touchdown of the game is plus 600. Is there value there? Probably. I'd swing and I'd bet a couple of those if I was going to do one. That way you're guaranteed to make something. But I don't see much value in that as far as low-hanging fruit goes. Now, touchdowns at least. As a matter of fact, let's start with passing touchdowns. Okay? Kyler Murray is set at 3 minus $1.40. Russell Wilson, 3 passing touchdowns, plus 100 even money. I'm going to pass on both of those for low-hanging fruit. Okay? As we saw in the very last game that Kyler Murray played, he had 1 passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 3, but he only had 1 passing touchdown. In their last game against Seattle, he passed the shit out of him. He had 4 touchdowns total. He had 3 passing and 1 rushing touchdown. So I'm going to pass on the passing touchdown prop for Russell Wilson, or for Kyler Murray. As far as Russell Wilson goes, he's got 28 touchdowns on the year. He's got 28 touchdowns on the year. Only 1 of those is a rushing touchdown. He's got 28 passing touchdowns. As far as Russell Wilson over 3, he has not hit it in his last 2 games. Last game against the Rams, he threw 2 interceptions, no passing touchdowns in their beatdown. He also fumbled the ball as well. Against Buffalo, he had 390 passing yards, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. So as far as his passing touchdowns goes, at least 3 at plus 100. I think there's value in it, but it's not low-hanging fruit. In order for him to get at least 3, he's done it in 6 of his 9 games. But it's not something that I want to put much hype and hysteria into, thinking that it's going to be a for sure lock. Any of the touchdown props will always be a very tough proposition. Now, in the red zone, deep into the red zone, the one thing that you have to take into consideration with the Cardinals is them running the ball when they get down low. When they get near the goal line, betting on Kenyon Drake to put one in the end zone or Chase Edmonds. Drake's got what? 4 touchdowns on the year. 2 of them came against Dallas. Granted, he doesn't get an extreme amount of snaps. You take a look at Chase Edmonds to score at least 1. He's plus 150. He's had 1 touchdown all year. When it comes to rushing touchdowns, you got to go with Kyler Murray. And if you notice, there's no prop for that on BetOnline. Because if they were to have at least 1, everybody would bet it. And if you have Kyler Murray for a rushing touchdown, at least 1, I would definitely bet it. As far as touchdowns, at least for Arizona, not liking it. There's nothing in there that stands out that I can narrow down. We're looking for easy money here. We're looking for some of that low-hanging fruit for everybody to be able to get back from. As far as Seattle goes, and we'll get towards the side of the total here in a little bit, okay? We will. Metcalf's got 8 touchdowns on the year. Lockett's got 7. David Moore's got 4 as far as receptions, all right, or receiving touchdowns. Metcalf to have one is minus 143. Moore is plus 175. Lockett, who's a beast, is minus 125. When you start taking a look at Lockett, he's got 13 more receptions than Metcalf. He's also laying a lot less. Now, Lockett, as far as I know, he's supposed to play today. If you're betting this one, I would wait. It would have to be a game time decision. If you see he's in, I would play it. If you see that he's questionable and it's not announced until too late, then stay away from it. But he hasn't had, you guys got to remember, he torched Arizona. Lockett torched Arizona. He had 3 touchdowns for 200 yards. He had 15 receptions. That Arizona defense had no answer to him. It's very hard to defend not only Lockett, but you got Metcalf, Moore. You got that tight end, Greg Olsen. He's expected to play. I know he was questionable. Lockett is injured, but he's also on pace to play. I would bet the Lockett gets a touchdown prop, at least one, minus 125, only if he plays. And I would wait until you see later on in the day if he's confirmed. So I'm going to put that on the board, but we're going to say only if confirmed to play. All right? So we'll put that up on the board as a prop. And we'll do our props up here. And remember, when we bet props, we bet props small. All right, we bet props small. Remember that, folks. Because somebody said, I got murdered on your props. Well, dumbass, we bet props small. We don't bet props as a premium play, although there might be some that we bet on the larger side, all right? All right, this will probably confuse people. Tyler Lockett, anytime TD over 1, so we'll get rid of the AT part of it. Touchdown. Over 1, which is minus 125. And I'm going to put in here only if. So this is not one that I'm betting right now. Because remember, if you bet it and he doesn't play, you're not getting your money back from the book. All right? If I can make this one go straight somehow, there we go. All right, that's only if he's confirmed to play. So bet that one later. Bet that one later, much later in the day. Okay? Now the next one that I like. J-Rock says, no way am I betting a prop with a guy banged up all week. I guess to each your own. If you guys think these guys are going to go and play and not be able to perform, you're sadly mistaken. Seth S. says, bet your entire bankroll on props, right? Oh, yeah, he's minus 125. If he plays, it'll be a full game. I doubt they're going to limit him more than 30%. You have to remember he torched Arizona. He absolutely torched Arizona. And that's why I said game time decision. Jay Young, if you got that prop, I would bet it. I don't have an option for that one, so I'm not betting it. But if I had Murray to get one, Anthony, right? Right? Now Metcalf getting minus 143 for a touchdown. Did not have one against the Rams. Did not have one against Arizona. Arizona held him in check. He had 2 receptions. They could not get him going in his game against Arizona. I'm steering clear of that one. I'm steering clear of that game. That prop right there. You know he's going to be a major focal point of the Arizona defense. No, Chris, it's 1 touchdown. 1 anytime touchdown. 1 touchdown. Minus 125. At least 1 touchdown. It's 1 touchdown. 2 is probably plus 105. But it's 1 touchdown. You're correct. It is confusing, so we'll change that. 1, we'll change that. 1 or more. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. It is confusing. So as you can see, it now says log at TD 1 or more minus 125 only if confirmed to play. So that'll more than likely be a game time decision in a couple of hours. 2 TDs is, Seth says 2 TDs is plus 400. Probably a good prop right there. Matt, you're killing me. You go back to this game that they just played 4 games ago. The Arizona defense kept Metcalf in check. Okay. Hyde had a touchdown rushing. As far as receiving touchdowns, they went to Lockett, and Lockett. He had 15 receptions for over 200 yards. Now, Metcalf was held to just 2 receptions. He's at over and under 5.5. Gonna pass on that one. D-Hop is over and under 7.5. We'll take a look at that. A lot of these props are definitely juiced. Now, there is one that I do like. And it's just a matter if he's going to play today. He hasn't played since the 25th. Okay? And let me see if he practiced at full speed. Okay? Carlos Hyde. You guys are killing me. Joe says Metcalf just a little overrated. I agree. Now, he's definitely not human, but his numbers are definitely overinflated. Jason Folk says Russ will need, meaning Russell Wilson will need guys to deviate from the designated routes and get themselves open. That being said, that offensive line will have to overperform, which leads to a prop that I do like. Okay? Which leads to a prop that I do like. The Carlos Hyde over 2 receptions. I want to say has value. I want to say has a lot of value. The fact that you can get it over 2 receptions, I like. It's minus $1.14. 2 check down passes. Granted, he hasn't played in a while. He's been practicing at full speed. Over 2 receptions, minus $1.14. I will be betting that one. All right, I will be betting that one. J-Rock says Seahawks can be pissed all they want. Arizona's a better team. So 570 wins me 500. And it says unable to place the bet. Probably because it's too much. All right, I don't know where all my props just went. My whole thing just flashed and went against me. So we're going to put that one up on the board. I am going to be betting that. David, he practiced at full speed, so that tells me yes. He practiced at full speed, so that tells me yes. Matt says throw that baby on the board. It's going. All right, 500 returns 440. Processing. Bet was successfully submitted. So Hyde over 2 receptions, so that means we need 3. Over 2. All right. Now this one I bet a little bit more than normal. That one I like. All right, I bet that one a little more than normal. You guys can see it on the board right there. I like that one. Okay, I think there's a lot of value in that. Now, taking a look at another one. Of course, you know, they won't have Chase Edmonds up there, who has been averaging well over 3 a game. But we're going to see if we can find it in the Build a Prop section on Bet Online, which you have to go to Player Props for. Then you have to click Build. We're going to take a look at Chase Edmonds. We're going to take a look at receptions. Boy, do they get you there. The difference between 3 receptions minus is 192. 4 is plus 122. I don't really like the 4. Against Seattle, he had 7, though. There were a lot of check down passes against Seattle. It may be worth a stab, but I think 4 coming out of the backfield for Chase Edmonds is a lot. He's had 3 against Buffalo, 3 against Miami, 7 against Seattle. He only had 1 against Dallas, but they really didn't need to check down against Dallas. They had 5 against the Jets, 5 against the Panthers. He did. And then 2 against the Lions, 3 against Washington, and 3 against the 49ers. I like it at 3, but I don't really want to lay 192. I don't want to lay the 192. Sippy, I've always been a Southern Miss fan. I'm a sleeper, all right? I made a lot of money on your team. I made a lot of money on your team. As far as his receiving yards go, to where you can get it to a manageable number, the difference between 24 and 25 is the difference between laying 159 and 192. Joe Free, if you can get Edmonds over 2.5 receptions minus 152, I would bet it. I would bet it all day, every day. You can get at least 3 at 152. I would bet it. Again, his receptions at 4, at least 4, which is over 3.5 at plus 122. I think we get there. I think we get there. If you take a look, at now, the Rams weren't necessarily needing a lot of check down passes, as they very seldom run the ball anyways. But if you go back and you look against the Bills, who again really didn't run the ball very much either because they really didn't need to. I mean, Allen had nearly as many runs as Moss in that game. Moss had 2 receptions as well for 30 yards. As far as Devin Singletary goes, even he had 3 receptions. Between their 2 backs, they had a combined 5. So again, Chase Edmonds over 4, or not over 4, but at least 4, so over 3.5 at plus money at plus 122. I'm going to bet. All right, I'm going to bet at least 4, which is over 3.5. So you need 3.5 to hit it, and it's plus 122. So I like the fact that it's plus 122. I like the added value in it. And we are going to be firing on that one. And I'll put that up on the board right now as far as props goes. And because it's at least 4, we'll do the, for less confusing, little plus money prop right there. I think that one hits as well. I really do. I'm going to move that over there to the other side. No, move that there. So there's another one right there. So those are 3 props that I've got picked out. Okay, those are 3 props that I've got picked out and that I've been eyeing. And we're definitely going to have a good day today. Chicken Sauce says, hate to say it, but I think Arizona flattens today. I think Seattle wins big here. Joe Young says, damn, don't have the Hyde prop. You know, as far as, you know, the Hyde prop that we put on the board, over 2 receptions at minus $1.14, we need 3 to win. I think has great value. Matt, you got it. You got it. So next time I flash the board, you'll see it. Frozen screen, not a problem. Now, as far as the side of the game goes, I already gave you guys the Cardinals' first half team total over 13 last night when it was minus $1.10. Okay? I gave you guys that in the daily free play video. You guys see it up on the board. As far as the rest of the game goes, taking a look at the numbers in all areas and aspect of the game, first quarter over is plus money, over and under 10.5. Seattle's generally good for 7. Arizona's usually good for at least 3. But an opening drive touchdown for Arizona is going to go a long way, and they know that today. So I do lean towards the over 10.5 in the first quarter. As far as the actual game goes, in this one, I don't see anything. You have two offenses that average 61.8 points per game combined. All right? You have two defenses that are giving up 52.9 points a game combined. Seattle's run defense holding teams at 3.7 yards per carry, 95 yards a game on the ground. Kyler Murray's capable to break that all on his own. Arizona gives up 120 on the ground, 4.5 yards per carry. Russell Wilson will be a big part of that, if need be. Arizona giving up 250 yards in the air, 6.4 yards per passing attempt. They're not negative on the turnovers, they're even Steven. Seattle +1 on the turnovers. They give up 353 and 7.9 yards per passing attempt. If you don't think that Arizona run game that averages 159 yards a game, 5.3 yards per passing attempt, 5.3 yards per running attempt, and 257 in the air and 7.4 yards per passing attempt, if you don't think that Arizona will be able to exploit that Seattle secondary, which everybody in the last 4 weeks has been exploiting, I don't think they turn it around. Seattle, as far as scoring, defense goes, Seattle will be able to keep up with Arizona. Arizona will be able to keep up with Seattle as far as the scoring goes. As far as that aspect, I like the over. I do. I like the over. I liked it better when it was 56, 57. I still like. I'm going to lay the money as a free play as well as a play of mine. I'm going to take the over 57. I think we see a shootout here. I don't think the defenses from either team are going to have much success stopping each other today. I think both quarterbacks move the ball on the ground. I think they both move it in the air. I think they both exploit secondaries that have been weak and given up points. As far as, what the end outcome will be a premium play member or personal play member, and you'll know that one. But as far as the total goes, free play, over 57. Over 57, we'll put that up on the board for you guys as well. All right? Well, let's see here. See if the board does it right. A2. Of course, it's got to do a 2 instead of a Z, right? Make that small with that one. We'll bring these all right back down for everybody. There you guys go. Over 57 is a personal play of mine. Over 57 is a personal play of mine. Big Ass Redwood said, hey Kyle, my book offering a boosted odds, Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray combined for 5 touchdowns. Is that rushing and passing touchdowns? If that's combined passing touchdowns, I don't know if I like it today. If it's rushing and passing touchdowns combined, then I like it. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for tuning in as well. Howard, thank you. You jumped on board for my personal plays. Fantastic. What happens if you guys are on board for my personal plays? I text them all out, Howard. In about an hour from now, about an hour after we get off the live show, I'll start texting out my personal plays. I'll let you know it's me ahead of time. That way it's just not some random 702 Vegas number texting you plays. I'll let you know it's me. And thank you for jumping on board that, as well as everybody. And it's going to be a good day today. Remember, game of the week is today. If you were on the game of the year last year, check your email. You got an email from me on the company email address, the cd@cappersdirect.com. If you did not get it, reach out to me and I'll re-forward it to you. If you're on the game of the year, I got some promo codes to help make up things for everybody as well. Okay? And we'll have a good day today. It'll be a nice big bounce back for everybody. Excuse me. Premium plays have been lights out. And we're going to hammer the snot out of the books. All right, we're going to hammer the snot out of the books. Well, I didn't hedge over 57. I bet over 57. And did I check the weather? Yeah, I checked the weather. Not concerned at all. I don't know, Shapenny. Send me another one just in case I didn't. Am I doing a play for those who did Game of the Year? Well, Game of the Year didn't come with a guarantee. You didn't pay $500 like we used to sell it with a guarantee. It didn't come with a guarantee. But I did send an email out to everybody with some promo codes that was on the Game of the Year. Because, as everybody knows, I don't own the company. I just can't just start giving out shit that I'm not allowed to. I do love my job, but I'm bending over backwards for where I'm able to take advantage and help people out at. Absolutely. Remember, rain doesn't affect me when I take a total. John, they're always live. All right? All right, guys, I am out of here. I'm going to get going and get everybody on personal plays. If you're on premium plays, I was told they'll be on the website in about 30 minutes. My personal plays, I probably won't start sending them out for an hour. So about an hour to an hour and a half, people will start getting them. And it's going to be a big day today, big bounce back day today, every day. So good luck, everybody, and let's hammer the books. All right, guys, good luck, everybody. As I always say, bet responsibly.